Alright, hello everybody. I know there's going to be bars on the top and bottom of the screen. I'm not quite used to just recording, at least, like browsers like this. I'm just coming inside from, getting some work done outside, and I saw the trailer drop. This is going to be very impromptu, but I wanted to record this. It looks like it is recording, as best as I can tell. So again, this is going to be a very, like, haphazard, upload, but, what is it? At the very least, record my thoughts for anyone who cares live, and I'll kind of do a quick breeze back and forth, while I'm, watching. And, just give my thoughts. What is it? So, yeah, recording's so good. Okay, just, paranoid it's not going to record, so. But, again, it looks like there'll be bars, but the audio's good, and the video's coming in okay, so we'll just go with it before something else breaks, and I'll just give my thoughts. I've literally only seen, like, that first frame just to make sure the video was coming in okay, so. Without further. Well, pickles. There we go. Yeah, without further ado, I'll just get right into it.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise location. This is the original. Nobody's been here for decades. Some little girl got murdered.
Franchise location. Little girl.
Did you guys hear that?
Hear what?
Yeah. What is this? And it's hostile?
So this is what it's like? Being normal?
I think we've come pretty far, considering what we've been through.
How's Abby?
Okay.
Some days she's good. Some days she misses her friends.
This story that you're gonna fix those animatronics? It's only giving her false hope.
Can any of you hear me?
Abby, help us.
Yep.
Come find us.
Yep.
We'll show you the way.
Oh no.
They're out there, Mike.
Catalyst for this. Oh, there's the puppet up there.
Everywhere.
Where are you gonna run to?
Boy, oh boy.
I'm not done
Whoa,
with you.
There's no way that'll work.
And the withers. Is Afton still active? Interesting. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I promised I'll go back through the. They had a lot in this, so. Yeah, this is the A crew. Hang on. I was hoping I could get a better look, but she's kind of in the way. That seems to be just like a high school news thing, maybe? Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh no, is that a Fazbear Entertainment van? It doesn't seem to be. Yeah, this is the location in
Definitely
Louisiana.
not the Freddy's I remember.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, and you can't quite make
You're
out what's on
thinking
the
of
van.
franchise location. This is the original.
Yeah, all the. What is up with all the puppets? This looks like some kind of like water ride, and saying this is the original location, and the other was the franchise. That is odd. Again, granted, this is the movie universe, so things happen a lot differently.
Nobody's been here for decades.
So this has been closed a long time. Boy, good to see Balloon Boy. Now it's just a statue. Ball pits. Oh boy, can we time travel or reality travel through it?
Some little girl
I've
got it.
seen them. Yeah, they look, yeah, brand new, and they were just kept. Did they just
Little girl got
activate
murdered
again?
here.
Little girl got murdered here. Because I was thinking, and it might still be that Mike's brother, what is it, Garrett, goes into the puppet, but if they're mentioning a little girl, it might not, or it might be with Golden Freddy. We'll have to see. Clearly the puppet is still active here, and it might be the catalyst for everything happening. Puppet might even be what's reaching out to Abby. But why would it be hostile to
hear that?
everyone else?
Hear what?
And why is it down here? Why is it in this giant gear room? What is going on? Going through here. And so yeah, this is also very interesting to me, the Faz Fest in the movie universe. Especially with all the fall, like I've said in the stream we recently did, the Fall Fest teases we've been getting since Help Wanted have yet to pay off. And yeah, in a hopeful, like, there's no way it's going to be the another whole game by fall, so like maybe a DLC, but I would really hope if they would go to Fall Fest, it would be its own game, but the timing would be perfect, but it's just going to be another thing showing us, what, in this case, Faz Fest, is, but just, like, more things, like, alluding to, like, early carnivals. Like, I'm very curious about Faz Fest and, like, who's doing this.
So this is what it's like? Being normal?
I think we've come pretty
Yeah,
far,
they're trying to move on.
considering what we've been through.
How's Abby?
Some days she's good. Some days she misses her friends.
Yeah, her friends, some days she misses them. So Abby's having a hard time kind of moving on.
This story that you're gonna
guess.
fix those animatronics? It's only giving her false hope.
The story that you're gonna fix. So apparently Mike has been telling her that he's gonna try to fix them, or find, like, did he go back, or does he go back, or has he gone back? At certain points, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to talk to them. I can't quite figure out what's wrong with them," or "Oh, I'll do that someday," or I wonder what he has been
Can
telling
any
her.
of you hear me?
Abby, help us. Come find us.
Like a little walkie-talkie thing. That is
We'll
creepy.
show you the way.
We'll show you the way.
Oh no.
Hang on, where was Mike there? Yeah, that looks like the old look. That doesn't look like the FNAF 1 location from the first movie. So Mike does go. Obviously, he would go here. Yeah, but hang on. What is that? What is that? Is that part of Mangle? It looks like it.
They're out there, Mike.
Oh, yeah, that is creepy. Yeah, there we go. Just the puppet hands kind of grabbing over the ledge. Yeah, that is creepy.
Where?
And that's so wild to me that they're just kind of able to roam around the town, apparently, go to people's houses, to lift Toy Chica lift up the garage door. Like, cause what, like that's what I wonder. Like, what is the catalyst for all this starting? And up there he is, and see, excuse me, Abby, being called. Wanted to check it out. That might be the first location. I can't quite tell. I'm sure someone else is deep dove by now, and I'll see that after this. Yeah, I can't really tell. This is interesting. That's clearly Willia. What kid is that? Is that Garrett? Whenever this is, it doesn't look like the building still looks fine here. Like, the doors look clean, the walls look clean. This might be a flashback, I'm betting. He's like, oh, what's that? Hey, there you are. Come back here.
Everyone.
Whoa. Good grief, that's creepy. The puppet right there. That is wild. Good grief. Is the puppet more hostile in this? And they're all kind of like shocked, it looks like, but one of them looks excited and happy. Like, are they just like, oh, this is a really cool cosplay? So, yeah, you must just be roaming around and people just think, oh, they're part of the attraction. That's funny if that is the case, which just, again, makes me wonder, who's running FazFest? Because like Fall Fest, as opposed, before, right? In the games universe, we know Fall Fest was operating at least up to 1983. And what's really odd to me, or like not odd, but like worth noting, is that reminding myself and anyone who listens to me that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Just because we don't see any mentions of Fall Fest after 1983, that doesn't necessarily mean that Fall Fest ever stopped. Especially if somehow it was of a separate ownership than what would it be, like Fazbear Incorporated versus the LLC, which again, that's still a question of like, after, again, Fazbear Incorporated was dissolved, presumably by Henry, by the end of FNAF 6, given, the one ending that we think is canon you get, that, you don't need to show up tomorrow because Fazbear Incorporated has been dissolved as a corporate entity, right? Which either means it was, completely dissolved, and later reformed by someone who owns the trademarks and IPs, which is really curious in the modern era of FNAF, like, who had the rights to do that? Or, like, and that's what I'm, like, in the games universe, that's what I'm wondering. Like, it would be so odd. Like, how could you have it to where, well, like, Fall Fest is separate? And that's the idea that I'm wondering now, with the movie trailer here. Like, could Fall Fest be owned separately from Fazbear Incorporated from back in the day? Because Incorporated was first, and LLC comes later in the games universe. And that's what, like, in the movie universe here, at least, if Afton's out for the count, we're not even sure if Henry exists in the movie universe. That's what I'm wondering. Like, could this be the introduction of Henry? Because, like, who else would own, like, again, the Fazbear rights and IPs to be able to use the Fazbear name, to be able to do that, right? Like, even, companies that have gone, like, defunct, or like someone owns them, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I couldn't make an oil company called Standard Oil or something. Like, even though I'm pretty sure that got dissolved, like, someone owns the right, like, Standard Oil, like, someone owns that IP. Someone owns those legal rights to that name and design and everything, right? Um, and I don't mean to harp on about it so much, but, like, I think it's worth pointing out, uh, because someone has to own it for all this stuff to come back. Like, at least here in the movie universe, who is doing this? Like, you can't just, like, steal other people's or copy other people's ideas, and make them your own. Like, you can have, like, fan stuff, which, and hey, maybe that's what this is. Maybe FazFest in the movie is just, like a fan creation thing. Maybe out of the blue, I guess, this Fazbear stuff is getting popular again, for some reason. Um, or the owners would do it, and especially like I doubt it's a fan thing in the games because they're like it was such like a big thing. Like clearly there were carnival games and like a merry-go-round ride and presumably others. Like it feels like it was a bigger thing. Um, and again, I don't mean to harp on it about it so much, but like I have the same question about the movies here that I do the games now. Is like who owns and was running FazFest? Who owns and was running Fall Fest is just what I'm also thinking. And now, again, because the question's being brought up to me here in the movie, I just think about that with the games now, too. Is there a reality where whoever is running Fall Fest is separate from Fazbear somehow? That's just what I wonder. So I'm sorry, moving on.
Where are you gonna want?
Oh boy, and yeah. You get to see a little balloon boy going after Mike there. Like a little shark in the water. No, that's not Mike, whoever that is. Whoa. That's a frame. Mangle on top of the Chevy Blazer, it looks like. Or Suburban. Whatever that is. That's a wild image. Attacking from above, as always. That is wild as well. Okay, so hang on. Kid screaming out of nowhere, another kid there. We don't get to see the other kid's face, which I find curious. Is that a flashback, I wonder? There he is. God, like, Afton. That suit is in its prime. Yeah, this has to be a flashback. Holding the knife, yeah. This is 1,000,000% a flashback. The suit is pristine. The original Spring Bonnie. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, she's freaking out. Yeah, she's freaking out. And this isn't actually him. She's just whacked out in her own head. Like, I'm gonna get you. And she's like, oh, no, leave me alone. But
Not done
it's
with
in
you.
her mind. Ooh, Foxy, interesting. Looks like Withered Foxy.
With you.
Hang on. Nebula Ninja. Okay. And FNAF 2. And hey, well, you might get to see the inside of the FNAF 2 location, what it actually looked like.
There's no way that'll work.
Apparently it does. That is wild. Yep. There she is. Good grief. Withered Chica. Puppet on the wall. Like. So are these going to be the originals? Or are these going to be separate? That would be interesting if the movies has that different, or it confirms it's the same as the game and it confirms it, that they are set, which would be odd, but because this clearly looks different than the FNAF 1 movie, Chica. That is so cool. Throw the mask on. Yeah, apparently can't recognize him. Yep, withered Bonnie. Good grief, they look great, though. Oh, that is awesome. Let's actually see a bit of FNAF 2. It's so cool we're going to get what is it, flashbacks. Yeah, so Vanessa's just freaking out about him, and it's just so cool that we're going to get flashbacks to. And I'm wondering if like was the scene before here. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, connected to. Not this. God, that's a creepy image though. The building. Okay, no, I went too far. Where is it? Yeah, creepy, creepy. Yeah, there we go. I'm wondering if this hallway scene is connected to this, because he also looks pristine here, and so does the building itself. Like, it's showing a boy, like, but there's no way this can be Garrett, his brother, because this is shown to be like way before even that. Like, Garrett's brother had to die, like, what, definitely within 10 years of the first movie happening, so this isn't, and especially if they're saying this is the FNAF 2 building, making the assumption this is the FNAF 2 building, and what the girl in the beginning said was right about how, oh, the other one was just a franchise location, this one's the original, which would make it even older, which would mean more than likely this isn't his brother. Also because supposedly Michael had never heard of Freddy's before. So it'd be odd if his little brother did. And it would be impossible if this is even older than that. The first one location he went to, which was already, long abandoned and decrepit. What could this be showing us then? Because clearly this is a flashback scene, so. And actually, now that I look at this kid, hang on. Yeah, they gave us a lot in here. Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? Hold up. No, where is it here? I know it's near the later parts here. Evil building. Yeah, and then it cuts to that. No, where is it? And it flashed up for just a second. I'm trying to find it. Building. Where the heck is it? Hang on. Just remember where this kid is.
So this is what it's like?
Normal.
How's that be?
Someday.
It's only giving her false hope.
Can any
happy. Fine, I
Sure. Let's see.
Oh no.
They're out there, Mike.
Where?
Everywhere.
They're ramping up the
Where
creep
are you
factor
gonna
too,
want
which I
to?
like. Ah, yeah, there we go. It was for a split second. Yeah, I wonder if that's why we can't see this other kid's face here. Yeah, and we just get it for a flash of a second. Because we get to see her, but not this other kid. But I am wondering... This is a part of the flashback, too. Maybe she's finding him dead or something? Because what if this kid is the same one as... Yeah, this one here. Because they both have dark hair as well. And of course, we don't get to see his face or the clothes he's wearing to compare, because this kid's wearing a... What, pretty distinct, like, yeah, like green suspender thing with the white and orange stripes on the side. Yeah. Yeah, it was just for a flash of a second. Maybe this is her, like, his sister? Like, finding him or something? Because they kind of look similar.
Where are you gonna want to?
So, yeah, if that's what that is, and she's like... No. And this is all a part of the flashback scene. What is it? With, you know, Afton in his prime, and the franchise and building in its primes, too. And it's also being said as like, oh, this is like the earliest location. All the others were just franchise locations. This is the original. And it's going back to show us this. This kid is very important then. This boy. I don't think it's Garrett. If it's that far back in the timeline, I'm pretty sure it's not Garrett. So why are we being shown this? He's got to be the kid who either ends up in the puppet or maybe Golden Freddy. But I don't think so, because if I remember the first movie, it looks like, what is it, that blonde boy is the one who ended up in Golden Freddy? Which is interesting, because in the movieverse, that would imply there's only potentially one kid in Golden Freddy, but, you know, here nor there. Because, you know, separate continuity, same universe and all that. This is the movie continuity. It's just worth pointing out. But yeah, I'm betting... Just from this trailer alone, this boy here is going to be very important. And the thing with his sister kind of shows, like, yeah, this here is what I'm betting is going to be, like, you know, the end of the flashback scene. And it's going to be, like, her finding him dead or something. Which would be odd because, like, would his his spirit from his body after dying have enough time to, like, transfer to the puppet? Like, can't really tell from the background, just red curtains, and that's not what, like, the puppet room looked like here in the beginning. Yeah, those curtains don't look the same either, and it's like this room that she ends up here. Yeah, no red curtains, it's just a bunch of gears, which, God, this room is so suspicious, too, like... All the cobwebs and everything clearly showing us, like, oh, hey, this is also super old in here, but, like, what in tarnation is this room for? Why all the gears? Why is there this puppet box down here, the security puppet box? Is the puppet in the movie continuity not a security puppet? Like, does it serve another function? Like, what? Why? And it clearly shows her, like, going... like, down. Like, where is it here?
Here what?
Yeah, see, like, going down, bunch of cobwebs, like, oh, this door in the basement, I'm guessing. Like, yeah, like, way away from everything. When she opens the door... Yeah, she must flip something. Why is this down here? 'Cause, I mean, oh wait, yeah, it looks like she is. Hang on. Maybe looking at something. Maybe press something there. There's a little box down there. Maybe she was looking at it. God. Yeah, what purpose does it serve being down there? Like, this movie has me very intrigued. Again, always reminding myself that this is a separate continuity, right? But at the same time, like, especially in the wake of Secret of the Mimic, right? Like, that's been a big, downtrodden thing. And hey, like, I'm half in the camp, right? Of like, oh, the books don't matter. Because quite clear, like, there were people really hard about Tales games, and apparently Secret of the Mimic has kind of blown that out of the water. Which if yeah, and people are like, hard correcting and like saying like, oh, the books don't matter at all, which I'd like to not be the case, and I'd like to say I'm kind of treating it like the interactive novels and how I'd like to treat the movies too. In that, in my opinion, the games are their own continuity. The movies are their own continuity. Into the Pit, I'd like to believe, is its own continuity. The interactive novels as well are possibly their own continuity. Possibly. Um, and like I explained it in that stream we did, but it like, in my opinion, like having several different continuities within the same, universe avoids the problem of a hard reset or a hard or like hard retcons or hard resetting a setting, right? Because like, oh, why do that and stray from the main timeline? The main timeline can and continuity can like kind of do its own thing. But with different continuities, you can like have the best of both worlds. Like, oh, we don't mess with the main timeline of the original continuity, but we're just having several different other like separate canons, separate continuities all in the same universe, and it's like, we said, oh, let's just do a hard reset without the problems of a hard reset and only one continuity. Um that's just what I wonder here. All of that to say, I think there's things we can pull, like bits and pieces from the books, from the movies, from the interactive novels, from Into the Pit. I think there's things we can pull from all those sources and apply to the games. Um, I just think Secret of the Mimic showed us that there's a lot less connections than we were thinking there would be in the books, and we're gonna have we those connections are gonna be fewer and farther between, and we're gonna probably have to look harder to make them, right. um like and, and that's why I point to like the what is it the interactive novels, why I think there's an example of details I think we can take from them and apply to the games. uh the details of like the phone guy's name is Ralph, and he had a daughter named Capelia. That until I see something separate, I'm going to assume that that is also canon to the games. And that detail, like, there was a phone guy whose name was Ralph and had a daughter named Capelia. That, I think, I feel pretty confident in saying that was given to us for a reason. Because, again, remember how did we first get William Afton's name? It was from the books, right? The Silver Eyes, right? That's where we first heard his name. It wasn't in the games. Sister Location wasn't out, at that point yet. Um, so like, and I think that was always the intention, right? Is like Scott giving us just little extra details we can apply to the main canon or games canon or continuity or whatever you want to call it from these other continuities or canons. Um, and just like be little extra filler bits that we wouldn't get from what is it, the like main games canon, right? Like Um, and that's why I really like the interactive novels, and I do need to find the time to go through them all. But like I remember, like someone made the point, and I forget where I heard this, but like Ralph in the interactive novels can like go to a filing cabinet and pull out a pencil or something in a non-canon ending. But what's really fascinating to me that I've seen no other IP do that FNAF does is that Ralph going to that filing cabinet and opening that drawer and pulling out a pencil, that those events don't happen, but what's absolutely fascinating to me that the interactive novels did, and I'm going to apply to all continuities between them, whether that makes me wrong or not, is the idea that sure, those events in the interactive novel canon did not happen, but you know what is canon? That room exists. That filing cabinet exists. And that pencil exists in that drawer. That is fascinating to me that we can pull canon bits of information from non-canon endings, and it gives non-canon and alternate endings more of a purpose, right? um again, same thing in Secret of the Mimic, right? Like there's no hard consensus in the community that I've seen yet. Like we're pretty sure the bad ending's not the canon one, but like no matter which is canon or not, being able to pull canon information from each of them, I think um, people aren't really like looking into each of the endings in and of themselves enough because of this idea, like applying this idea, right? That like sure, say the bad ending isn't canon, but things that we see in the bad ending are probably canon, if we use this idea, right? So like, and what's a detail we see in the bad ending of Secret of the Mimic, for example? Just to really harp on this point. What is it? Oh yeah, when Arnold's driving away, he's finally able to connect. His CV is able to connect and just start to hear back from the actual dispatch, and that proves to us that um, they had no idea he was out there, or what was going on, or whatever. Like, that is a canon bit of information. The ending itself isn't canon, but I'm going to assume, between Parachute and the Closet ending, no matter which of those two is canon, uh, the actual dispatch doesn't know about anything going on, nor does, well, presumably the actual Fazbear Company, right? That's what I'm assuming that seems to be the case. And that's why I really love that idea that the interactive novels put out. Canon information being in non-canon endings. Um, I love, love, love that. But yeah, that was a long harp. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I am very stoked about this because certainly looks like there will be information we can pull from this. What the heck are they? Guess I didn't think about this as well. Are they doing like construction to their house, or did they move? I'll have to compare this house with the one they were at before. Like, why are we being shown construction here? Interesting. Um, what is it? Oh no, yeah. Like I know he's on a date, but Mike and Abby seem to be doing a lot better. Like, hopefully, like Mike found himself a better job or something, and they're doing better. And I think we actually see that at the. God, I'm gonna have to watch the first movie again as it gets closer to this movie. When is it? Did they give a date? Yep, December 5th. Oh, so I was thinking Christmas. They shaved off a month. They must have really have this thing locked in now, and they're just spit shine and polishing it. Which, hey, hopefully they spend the rest of the year doing, because I'm impressed with what I see so far. Um, but yeah, I think I will end it there. That I have no idea how long I've been yapping, but needless to say, it's probably been enough. But thank you for watching. I'll cut this up and upload this later. You guys have a good rest of the day. See ya.